Me no like people, but no of them are so free. Oh, I want to be my own company.
Listen to the Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. every day and Thursday on Fit FM 96.7 and FMD.com. Broadcasting from Stuart Castle, Duncan Right. Fit FM 96.7, Trelawney's Radio. Your life, your music.
Small and medium-sized business owners. Promote your business on Fit FM Business Ball Out. Call our sales office today at 876-377-3442 or 876-317-1991. Don't be left out. Promote your business on Fit FM Business Ball Out.
It is a right fit. The Chris Wilby Show and Fit FM 96.7. Hi there. My name is Chris Wilby, the Vibes Master, and I'm inviting you to tune in to the Chris Wilby Show on Thursday at 6 p.m. right here on Fit FM 96.7. It's the international show with a Jamaican vibe where information and music exist in harmony. It is music, current affairs, issues affecting relationship, and the hot topic of the week. So come on board, sit back, relax, be informed while being entertained. It's a Chris Wilby Show every Thursday at 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Morning Connection, weekday mornings, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on Fit FM 96.7. Connect with Julia Meikle Benaya on the Morning Connection for news, business and artist promotions, great music and vibe. Morning Connection with Julia Meikle Benaya, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. weekdays on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
This is Fit FM.
Fit FM 96.7.
96.7.
Duncan Trelawney.
Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7 and online at fitfmja.com brings you healing moments and destigmatize your mental and holistic wellness health features. Join Dr. Asha Mwendo, your holistic wellness practitioner, every first and third Wednesday, and psychiatrist Dr. Lee Cotton every second and fourth Wednesday, as they dispel the stigma on mental health and help us to heal holistically our mind, body, and spirit. That's Healing Moments and Destigmatize Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Good evening, my listeners. How are you this evening? This is Dr. Asha Mwendo on Healing Moments on Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music. Welcome, welcome. You know, as usual, I want you to be part of the conversation. So you can WhatsApp us or send your messages on 876-478-9144 or 876-513-66. Call for elimination of violence against our women and girls. My guest this evening will be Damian White. About a little bit about sharks this evening. Not everything about sharks, because I know I don't know enough, and I don't think we have time back.
Your favor on me, my heart is full of thought, 'cause I will never find another love that's so real. Always with me, I'll never leave your side. I know you love me. You love me. No matter how far I go, your love keeps.
Yes, he loves us and he has a hold on us every time. That's our God, he's always holding on us. Even I just want us to remember persons that are still recovering from burial. And there are a lot of persons that need your support and need your help. So many children have their needs, but I'm so thankful for all my partners. I plan comparing to all the people who needs help. We're a little bit over 200, and we have been giving thanks for all the support that evening. He's the father of twin girls, but he also have his sons as well. And I am getting books for the son. The to help his son to do better. Some persons are, and some have gone out already. So as we plan continue road, please, weeks ago, when I hear a driver says, some other drivers were berating him for not wanting to carry children. And he said he doesn't care about the rest. And the other drivers are committing to ensure that the children get to school on time. and get home afterwards. But do a nice little mix with each trip to ensure children get to school and they get home safely. You don't want to leave a child along the roadway and then you hear a bad news happen because the child took the wrong drive. So let's become our brother's keeper and support our children. So we know that September is also celebrated as Prostate Health Month. So for my wellness tip this evening, I'm just going to give you about 5 tips about, being well and taking care of yourself, and then we will introduce my guest. So first thing I want to say to us, our men, you must exercise regularly. Exercise and build up the strength. And it says that the regular exercise helps to keep the prostate from swelling up and getting enlarged. So you're going to do your exercise, manage your weight. Tip number 2, manage your weight. Make sure you are not overweight, and you're going to eat healthy. Tip number 3, so you have a healthy diet. And if you are exercising regularly and you have a healthy diet, the weight will stay within good range, right? So you just have to be balancing everything. Tip number 4, stop or don't smoke. If you haven't started smoking as yet, don't start. If you have already started, it's time to stop for your health's sake. Get regular screening. So every year, go in and get your screening, especially, they used to say after the age of 40. I'm going to say after the age of 30, because persons are showing these signs, different signs of illnesses earlier now. I don't know if it's our diet. I don't know if it's the whole environment. I don't know what it is, but health is important and you can't bite a shop. And I don't know about you, but I've never heard anybody who have any extra one put up in the closet where they can't take out when this one fails. So you have to take care of yourself. And ladies, it is also your responsibility to help take care of your man. So if it's a man child, if it's your nephew, your uncle, or your partner, help them, remind them to go in and do their testing. Recently, a reminder came up on Facebook on my reminder page from last year, where somebody, I don't remember which person that did the cartoon thing of the lady holding and closing shop until the man go and check him prostate. And then over it have the Minister of Health saying, "Me never plan to mash up your life." So don't mash up your life. Go and get yourself checked out. And ladies, hold hard and upon the one them who know want go a little bit. Not too hard, but little bit. And encourage them to go and get themselves tested. All right? So that is my little quick let's talk. And I'm hoping that I'll get my guest joining me in a little bit. And so because of technology, we are making sure that everything is running smooth, everything is running good. And so my guest is online and we are going to join him now. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you, Damien?
I am doing good enough.
Yes. You sound good too.
Rushing to go and my son asked him I rush on the spot, but
the whole system.
I was coming from your end.
Oh,
your end of the island, but there was a little rain.
We had rain as well and stuff. And because sometimes when the rainfall, the technology gives challenges, we're hoping we'll have a smooth little time this evening. Anyway.
No, well, I didn't pick up any animals today to scare you. So
okay, we're getting a feedback. We're getting a feedback. Okay.
Oh, from me?
Yes, from your end, yes. Getting a little feedback of something. Not so bad, but we're still hearing it.
Oh, hold on. Let me try to fix it.
Yes. So my guest this evening, as I tell you, is Mr. Damien White. You can follow him on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, I think as well. And he, is always telling us something about nature. So hearing in the background a little sound, we're hearing sound like a frog. I wonder if it's a frog him up there, sir. Right. So David, are you ready for us? We still having
Yes, I'm ready.
Still having a sound like a frog in your background there somewhere, but we go and work with it. We know when you're out in nature. Go ahead.
In about 3 minutes, that little crab in the background will be gone.
All right. So before we get into the matter at hand, tell the people, remind my guests, we know you're no stranger to Fit FM and Healing Moments, but remind my guests who you are and what you do and what terrestrial biologists mean.
Okay. So first start off, I'm a humble country boy from the parish of Clarendon.
Okay.
And I am also a PhD student at the University of the West Indies.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear me talk about terrestrial biology, it just means that terrestrial, we talk about land. So I do a lot of, I'm a biologist,
mm-hmm.
and most of my activities are on the land.
Okay.
So if you think about it, you have marine biologists now who most of their life is in water.
Right.
Mine is mostly on land.
Mostly on land, yes.
Right. And like a number of people, I like to study my first love is animals.
Mm-hmm.
So even my pastime, which some people might see as work, it is fun for me to learn about animals and find ways of bringing it to the people.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't sound as they would put it. It don't sound so. Some people would put it that using a lot of jargon and using a lot of big words. I like to bring the information so that everybody can understand.
And that is true, and I do like that as well. That is so true.
Because one thing that we know in Jamaica is that we have special plants and animals,
mm-hmm.
but most of the people don't know what we have.
True.
And I believe that we have to find a way
mm-hmm.
to bring it to people so they understand what we have. And I believe when more people understand, they will appreciate it more.
Yes, and they'll help with the protection as well, because they know the value of what they have around them. That is so true.
Yes. And in the past, some I would say conservationists in the past
mm-hmm.
never like to get the people involved because they said when you get more the people involved, they might come and poach while they're protecting.
Oh.
However, yes, and that can happen. But on the other side too, when you look at it, and I always tell the students at the university because I also do some teaching.
Mm-hmm.
When you put all to have a class there of biologists that might graduate per year, you said about 40.
Okay.
And these are students coming from the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
And if you time that by number by the last 20,
right,
like 20 years, so that would be 20 times 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have about 800.
Yes.
How much people live in Jamaica? About nearly 3 million people are here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a drop in the bucket.
3 million. Yeah, so the 3 million is more likely to find to give you the information
mm-hmm.
more than what they look at 800. So sometimes you have to think of that along that line.
And it is
but
true.
Some people will tell you that,
it is true.
But some people might say they don't want to do that because the risk that you put the information out and people might come and post the thing. But as I would tell you, it's a balancing act.
Yes.
And I, for one, believe in the people.
Yes, and you see the likelihood of how many people will poach compared to the amount of people who, if they see poachers, will be able to correct and say, no, man, you're not supposed to do that. I think the balance is on the side of the people being aware more than people who will poach. Because,
yes, and
go ahead.
Go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's a very good point because I can tell you about some people that we work with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the guests are aware, but we have the Rio Grande Valley
mm-hmm.
that is in in the parish of Portland and it stretch up to St. Thomas.
Yes.
So in that region, we have one of the largest butterfly, the largest endemic butterfly in this region, which is the blue swallowtail butterfly.
Mm.
No, when we just started conservation work there, it was initially, you thought that you'd have to protect the food plant, make sure everything is all right in terms of the butterfly and learn about the biology.
Right.
But after all, you find out that if involved, if you don't find ways to help in the community, I get the community in the project, and the protection don't work. And what I mean involved, if they see a strange vehicle come up and somebody with a net come up, they are the first one that could call the police or call it the management authority and tell them that
something
hey,
is going on.
Got poachers up here. Yes, something wrong going on. They are the one that will do it.
And that makes sense.
So I was just So I was just giving an example where I show you where getting the community involved will help in the protection and
of course.
And let me give a joke. When you go down in those areas, the scientists know you get so involved in the community. You sit up on board, you come to advise, sign this. You know how community work.
Yes, become a part of the community network.
You become part of the community.
And you see, communities, when they are involved like that, feel a part of the process. And when they know that this is my community and we have, for argument's sake, this butterfly here, and it is known, it is going to make the community known when you talk about this butterfly, you're going to talk about our community. So we have to ensure that we keep the butterfly going, and we can't make people from outside come and take away things. So they own the process now, and they become a part of the process. And that is good sociological sense.
That's good, and I can even give you something. You don't know the value of those community members when you take a picture and you even post up on social media, bigging them up on the work that they do.
Yes.
Or you forget it, like even on your show for them to showcase. It changes the whole character. And
yes. And they feel mentioned and they feel important to the process. And not only do they feel important, they are truly important to the process.
Yes, they are important. And I can tell you, things like that change the community. Because, for example, again, which is a spin-off, again, in working in just for the butterfly, is when you showcase in some of these areas you work, especially in rural areas, they are not exposed to other professions.
Right.
And the kids now come up. They come up now, seeing what's going on, and get the exposure changes their life after.
Yes, the exposure changes their horizon, give them hope and vision of what can be.
Yes, and this is just doing one conservation project. So I'm just trying to show you when you get get everybody involved, and we all just start up what the conversation start up.
Yes,
in just protecting the butterflies.
It changes everything. I notice you're also in caves talking about the rat bats and and the worms, the strange white worm I saw the other day. And that might be a new research you guys will have to do and tell us all about it. I see you doing the frogs. When I told someone, someone asked me, who coming on this evening? And I told them, the frog man.
Oh yes, man. I mean, up to this day, the people them have me up over the frog, and
you're gonna tell the people to put frog in the fridge.
Yes, you want me to give it. I shouldn't say that, but bring awareness. That frog now is becoming a bigger problem than when we first talked about it.
I do believe you, because I have them walking into my house and I let them live there.
Yes, and they're not afraid.
They're not afraid. You have to stand up on them.
They're not afraid. Yes,
and they tend to walk in. I don't know if it is me or me being too observant, but I think they're walking in pairs.
Well, they were more in pairs. You see the people in St. Catherine.
the people right now in St. Catherine are having it very, very, yeah. The people in St. Catherine right now, because the thing with invasive Cuban tree frog compared to our local frog, urban area, when I say urban area, places with house.
Yes.
And they climb on the wall, they go in the bathroom. I was speaking to a colleague who told me she take off her clothes and pull the shower curtain going in, and she and something eyes make four, and it jump on her, and she jump outside and all kind of stuff. And yeah, man, so she must have dropped down and wake up back or something like that.
Because I harvest rainwater, and the other day I put out my thing to catch my rainwater, and when I go to the morning, I saw 7 frogs in the water, all of 7.
Yes. Yeah,
all of 7 in one night. You know, and I'm saying, I know growing up, we grew up with the knowledge that if you have frogs around your environment, that means the environment is healthy, you don't have any poison or stuff. But man, me no want to be so healthy, man.
No, man, but this one living the same. Our frogs that we have here, we have over 20 species here.
What?
And all of them are endemic. Yeah, man.
20?
Our frogs normally, Jamaican frogs, yes, we do. And all of them are endemic. And strangely, so one of the problems that we are having right now, and that's why you hear me talk, said the importance of we having discussion and sharing information with the people.
Yes.
Now, all of our native frogs, when I say native, mean naturally found here, are found nowhere else in the world. They are endemic to Jamaica. A majority of them are normally found in forested areas.
Right.
So you don't normally interact with them in your house. So, but this one now, and why it's so bad.
In love, where love live. In community, another masculine love live where people live.
Right. Yeah, the mosquito. Yeah, man. A good thing I talk about, man. And the same, you see the same things where the mosquito, like in terms of, you have like tires in the yard with enough water, drums gonna collect anything with stagnant water. That's what it needs to reproduce.
And it has no natural predator.
We don't have no natural predator. I just learned earlier a while ago, I got information about the frogs in some of the bird cage that was they believe were eating the young birds, budgies.
Wow. I
know
they eat your bees. What, they eating the birds now too?
Yeah, man. We knew that they ate wild, but yeah, man, anything with that move and it can climb pretty well. And even some of the lizards where people might like, we have special lizard here that they eat. So but what is happening, and one of the good things that I love, even with your medium right now, is that when people see certain things happening in their surroundings, for example, they see a frog that they never see before, take a picture and share.
Yeah.
How we learned that the frogs are eating bees. Some bee farmer take the picture and tell me, say, what is this frog where are eating bees? Because what Jamaican call bullfrog is a toad. That's a cave toad. And what the bees farmers used to do in the past was to put the bees box, elevate it, put it at a high and
that's
then the bullfrog, which is a cane toad, it can't jump and go to the bees. However, the Cuban tree frog now is a climbing frog. Where him jump, you can't believe him jump high.
Bees them not so safe anymore.
Yeah, so and what happened? Well, you have people like scientists like me now tell you have a problem before you can see the problem.
Okay.
Because when this become a national problem, I want it out of your hands.
Yes.
So you start deal with the problem from now, and you make the people be aware. Because here's something where you say a while ago, which is a problem. Now you said that you harvest rainwater, right? What happened to the dry time when you have that water in a drum and you store it? And those frogs that breed up in there, I do them thing. It can affect the quality.
It can affect the quality,
especially who have allergy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Because I
So
even my husband, they're from St. Elizabeth down in Newmarket.
yeah.
And he told me
Mm-hmm.
that during burial, the top of the tank became damaged. And now when
Right.
he went down, he have to walk with water to drink and all of that because the tank full of frogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to find way to
Right.
get those frogs out before they can refill. And it's a large tank, you know. I don't know
And
how
it's a
they
very
can
large
do it.
tank. And then
Yes.
hear the next thing too. When them do them thing and all of that, some people
Yes.
have got allergic to them, you know.
That is
So it
it.
affect the quality.
Of the
Yeah.
water.
So
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
You know, because
Let me
I don't know,
go
it's
on.
about when you run him or you salt him or whatever you do back in those days. But these frogs now, you don't even have time to go for salt or them jumping at you. You understand?
Right. And yeah, but the problem we face now,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it's important that one of the first thing that we need to do is let people know which frog we are talking about.
Yes.
Because when you come with a campaign to deal with the Cuban tree frog,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it tells us that we have 20 which are endemic and found nowhere
Right.
else
You
in
have
the
to know
world.
the difference.
We don't want people to go out and kill everything because the ones that we have
We need ours.
have certain part in our environment, certain role with them do. Some of the roles we don't work it out as yet because, you know, we don't have enough scientists and naturalists have do. And then the second thing is, all what we are talking about, you know, linked to climate change too, you know.
Yes, climate change has a lot
Because,
to do with it.
yeah.
Has a
Look,
lot with
listen
it.
up. Right. Because we having water issues now, a lot of people have storage.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have storage, if you don't cover it properly,
yes,
that means you create breeding areas.
That is it.
For the frog.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the next problem where we're linked to it is that some of our mason man, when they do work at the yard, they don't do proper finishing work.
Right. So they leave it to
you
gaps.
build a nice room and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, they put in a washing machine and they put one pipe in, they make a big hole and then push the pipe and they have some a hole in will lead to your washroom. And then animals like a frog come in through that.
It's true, so very true.
So,
and you know, and
yeah.
For me, somebody was asking me recently how I manage with bugs and all of these things on my plants.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, because of my ecosystem at home, I don't have a lot of that problem. Because I have the lizards, I have the frogs, I have the what do you want, the bug with the that's them again, the Lord. Some little bugs, ladybugs. I have the different types that are taking care of the different animals. So I have a good eco mix to protect my plants and stuff. And I don't use chemicals. But sometimes the frogs are tempting me now too, you know. Because what I also notice, and as you say, it is true, I notice I have not been catching pictures and stuff because they move so quickly sometimes. But I notice that I have about, in my estimation, I see about 4 different types of frogs around me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I bought 4 different types of because there's a light colored one, which I think that is the tree frog. He's very light colored, and you think him towards them big and broad and can hold onto the wall more. So I see that one. Man. I see another nice looking color one, nearly orangish, bronzish, looking this nice color shade. It will fool you.
That's our little one. Yes. That's the rain frogs, Eleutherodactylus.
Oh,
that one,
okay. So I see that one as well, and I see the regular big bullfrog, and then there's this.
The one,
yes, and then I saw these two. This one I seen. It looks different, but this one I've never seen one without. It's always a pair. So they're coming into the house. It's 2 of them, and if we run one out through the back door, so the other and one to the front, you'll see them look like they're looking for each other, that kind of thing. So I'm going to pay more attention to that one and take the picture, because if we have frogs farming couples, we need to know about it and know which one love farm couple. And so, you know, the difference, because I've been paying attention. Okay, you have your plans, you have to pay attention. And
it's good that you pay attention.
So, yeah, and I'm glad now that I could tell you the difference. You can really pick up to say, yes, these are the different types. Anyway, we're not spending the whole of the evening this evening talk about them, because we're going to talk a little bit about shark. So we know the
Right.
story in Trelawney, alleged, because it's still not fully proven yet whether it's shark attack
Verified.
or not. It's not verified. Thank you. That's the word I've been looking for. So it's not verified that it's
Mhm.
shark. But even I was saying to a friend of mine, because the doctor said I need to rest a little bit. So with lack of knowledge come fear. So I want to talk sharks a little bit. I want you to just guide us. Just talk shark. I know nothing about sharks. It's all over to you now. Go ahead.
All right. So the first thing what we need to know
Mm-hmm.
is that 11 species of sharks have been reported in Jamaica.
Repeat.
11 species, different species of
What is wrong with you, Damien?
have been reported. Yeah, man. No, but we just have to make you understand, man.
Yes. Tell me, man.
Right.
Tell us.
I
Tell
know you
us.
say that, no, man. You know, make your and each different shark. And when we talk in Jamaican waters, right?
Yes.
When we talk, remember, say you have Pedro Keys and those places.
Yes.
Jamaica water is big. Remember, Jamaica is an archipelago.
Yes.
So we're not talking about mainland Jamaica.
Yes.
So some of the sharks, who normally might encounter them as a fisherman.
Okay.
Way out.
Mm-hmm.
And this diversity moved from the largest, one of the largest fish in the world, which is the whale shark, with very big body. It eats small organisms. It's like a filter feeder.
Okay.
Right? So the others that people might know about, we have the hammer shark, the one that looks like a hammer.
Yes.
We have the Caribbean shark. That's one normally about the reef. We have lemon shark, nurse shark, tiger. So the ones that people normally
yes,
it's nurse tiger. Sometimes they might say the hammerhead.
Okay.
Now, what I want people to know,
You're a bit muffled
have
there, man.
Oh, you hear me now?
Perfectly.
Hello?
Yes, perfectly.
Right. So what I'm trying to say is that we have the 11 species here. They are in our water. No, I'm not going to come here and tell you that sharks are lovey-dovey. They're not good. And one of the things that shark does that not the people not aware of, is say instead of us that have hands that can touch and feel,
yes,
they like to touch and they are curious and they love and touch and feel with their mouth.
Okay.
So the mouth would be like their hands. Right. And normally when they touch you to curious and touch you, it's normally a human, their touch might touch you or stuff like that.
Okay.
Meaning that like how your hand touches, so they are curious creatures.
Right.
So normally that's right. So
And
I
the
just
skin
make
is
it known that can be right. Now going back to our sharks now. Now there have been a number of conflicts with humans and sharks. And one of the first conflicts that normally happen is the shark go after fish. And we humans go there to catch fish. So the two of us go after the same food, right? And if you notice that the shark is one of the top predators in our water, predators play a role in maintaining order in the ecosystem.
Right.
And when you say order, go on the reef. If you don't have a top predator out there, think about in a class, one person coming sick, he can sick everybody. So they would control by, nature set up to
right.
They control the sick fish. The next thing is also control other fish that if the shark is not there, then one species overrun the other.
Right.
So you have when you say diversity, you mean
yes.
And when you take out the top part, everything come out of whack.
Yes.
Now let's break it down and go to what we're saying now. So some of the practices where humans do that encourage sharks. Now you like go on your beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I said sensitive to blood, is that you can drop then not say they're attracted to human blood, but you drop fish blood out there.
Mm-hmm.
They can smell their prey blood from far.
Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is, what happened now? We have sometimes our fishers.
Yes.
So you go to the beach in an area, and they have some guys over there that clean fish.
Mm-hmm.
So the blood and the butter go. That's a no-no.
And we have heard that conversation before, and the fishers are still doing it.
Right, and then you hear the boy, me a fight against me a back out food out of your mouth. And that no, in a swimming era where you have people swimming, you don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not only them who do it, it's you have people might have shops.
Yes.
And they clean the chicken gut and the fish gut and throw it in a certain part of the piece. What that will do, that will attract predators.
And also introduce something new into their diet.
Right. Not only that, it attracts them, the blood.
Yes.
It attracts them. So it attracts predators that you don't want. So if you have a swimming area, the beach, you know, it's supposed to dispose of your chicken skin, fish gut and all of that. No, because that will attack the predator. Which will make me feel unsafe in the water because you there now swimming and you see a shark fin. Of course, me going to get paranoid.
Of course.
And that. Right. So one of the things that I talk about that is dispose of your waste properly.
Yes.
So let's move on. Let's move on to another example now. Now you have people who do spear fishing.
Yes.
Now, with most diver, you always hear a diver always have a diving body.
Mm-hmm.
And a diving body is the other person's term.
Right.
Meaning that you do not dive by yourself.
That is very important.
Yes. So because what can happen to you, the other person with you can see say shark or barracuda out there when you down there not seeing one.
Right.
Suppose you have breathing issues.
Mm-hmm.
Any health issue can occur, the person is there to save you.
Yes.
So don't go there by yourself. Second thing is our fishermen have a practice, and it's because it's easy to do. So remember I tell us a shark sensitive to blood.
Yes.
So what they do now is when they're out on the reef shooting fish, they shoot the fish and then put it in their dive clothes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the fish that is bleeding now is in where? Your clothes.
Yes, in an clothes.
Right. And then when the shark come now and say it go after the fish, they go after you.
Yes.
And they don't really like the taste of human. In a number of cases, after they bite human, they spit it out. They don't like human taste.
Okay.
But after you get bite, who cares? The bite might be.
Bite is a bite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can lose an arm, or you could be fatal.
Yeah, you can bleed
so
out. All kind of things can happen.
Right. So one of the things that we ask fishermen, it can be hard, but it can save a life.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot fish, if you're on a boat, you put it in the boat. Or you have a canoe, or you have a floating surf.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that, the fish that you shoot, you tie it on a string.
Right.
And the string hang off your body, and then the shark would come in and get the string.
And move on, and you are safe.
Right.
Makes
right,
sense.
and that would save your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you can live another day.
Yes.
Because at the end.
Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. So it's simple practice. It sounds simple, but to some people, it's easy to. And I'm not gonna lie. It is easy to shoot and just put it in a clothes.
Yeah, it's easier, but
it's easier, right? And the last one is just to aware of your surroundings. You know that you have these you have shark in the water.
Right.
So going back to you, I said that going out to the beach, most time, we don't have records of sharks attacking anybody, especially on the beach. Most of the beach that you go, we know you're not go too far with the water past your ankle either.
No, you know, I will tell you.
Exactly. We start now go to the yeah.
Oh, so
So,
I
you
remember
most of our business.
growing up when I was living
Yeah.
in Lucy. I
Yeah.
know they used to tell us that when that you have the bad weather coming in, like Barracuda
Right.
normally comes closer to shore, especially they have young ones.
Right.
And so
Yes.
sometimes we are told that the shark will follow the Barracuda. So how is that? Is there any truth to that?
It depends. There's truth to it because what
Okay.
happened, as I mentioned to you, difference. So remember, I tell you, so we have 11 species, right?
Right.
And different species hunt different fish.
Yes.
Right. So yes, they would come in and go in. So they will go for a prey that they can catch. So
Yes.
even same Barracuda,
The school gather
they
this
might have
easier.
one. Yeah. So it will go. Remember, fish they eat. That's what they do.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So they will come in.
Okay.
But
One question I want to ask you, we have in Falmouth, we have these large ships that come in. Does that have any influence on introducing shark to our environment?
No,
it doesn't.
It would. I wouldn't say that the large ship would introduce shark in our environment. No, as I mentioned before, what is needed? Let's go back to it. Shark are attracted to their prey.
Right.
Thing that attract their prey, they will follow. And what I mean is, if in a situation again, where you know that the fishermen talk about certain fish around, so you have the small fish out there, bait, you have bait fish run it down, then you have other fish that come and then till it reach the shark. It's a chain, so everybody going after everybody.
Yes.
So start move with food.
Right.
Sometimes it's not food, it's area to breathe. So they need food. So in terms of the big ship, if it's small fish following the big ship, yeah, but if there's no blood or anything like that, the big ship is not carrying on the shark.
Oh,
so
okay. Okay.
Right. I mean, it's almost because people might say and ask that question, but no.
Because we have had that conversation happening where persons are saying, like in the case of this young man, person was saying he went out on a day when the ship coming in and like big shark follow the ship. You have different school of thoughts and conversations. Right. So I really wanted that question to be answered as well for myself and for my listeners to get the knowledge of what really encourages these predators in our waters. How can we help to diminish them coming in so close among us and all of that? So that I really, really want that, that main information to be out there, that we don't have pie in the sky conversations, but also don't live under this fearful attitude. I'm not going to the beach. I don't want the kids to go to the beach. How we manage our environment that really makes a difference, and the ecosystems that we tend to create and what we introduce. And so I like that you have brought up the fact that because how we manage our waste can also create introduction of predators in our environment.
Right.
So so go ahead. We have a part to play, so do that little part for us again. Yes.
Right. So if the big ship were bringing in shark, there would have to be something on the ship that is attractive. And let's go back again. The only attraction, let's go back. What the shark normally go after food, and food normally in the sense it sense other fish, or it might sense blood. So if the big ship is not dumping some farmer waste in the water, the shark wouldn't be following. And if there's not smaller fish following the ship, then the shark would be following. There must be a reason.
Yes.
And with most animals, when you're tracking them, the food thing is food and where again reproduce.
Okay.
So when you hear people saying that the big ships carrying the shark, then you get ask them, and you break it down. So you'd ask them, so what the ship is doing? Are you saying that the big ship are out there throwing out blood, a meat or something. So it would have to be somebody. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
It would have to be some form of attraction. And I'm sure with most of those that is showing that way in the water that would be attracting. And in most cases, that's not likely.
Right. Okay. Because if that was happening, our environmentalists should be able to pick that up at some point. If the ship were just showing their waste in water and all of that, that would have been picked up or will be picked up if that were the case. And it would have had to be seeing it more often for to create that curiosity to find answers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and because for me, I know with the incident we have here in Trelawney, which is not yet verified, and the father of this young man, I know him very well. It's somebody we know very well. He's really a very nice person. He's very outgoing. He knew my father before my father died, and so he'd always call me by my father's name and stuff. So it's somebody I really, really know, and really jovial person. And so when this tragedy, if tragedy struck anyone, you feel it, but when it struck someone you know closely, it hits a little harder. And so therefore, your conversations, you're able to share the conversations because people know you and they have an idea, So I know coming out of this incident, we were hearing a lot of persons saying, because the ships. So, I really, really, really wanted to clear that out of the air, because I was saying to myself, so if the ships draw the sharks, what protocols that the ship would be practicing that would be feeding the shark, that the shark would follow the ship, and what would be our government and other environmentalists be doing about it to ensure that that is reduced. And so that was one of my concerns. So I'm glad you kind of cleared that up for us. But
and the thing is, and the thing is, we need one of the things that is needed a lot is for us to be having conversations like this, because there's a lot of misinformation going around, and one of the reasons why misinformation going around is because we're able to have the communication, and ask questions. And for example, this is one of the medium. We need more things like this where people can, talk, because sometimes when you can't get the right answer, different answer keep coming on.
Yes.
And for example, when you discuss with somebody and them say, boy, the ship, and then you break down, then how you think the ship, then the understanding will come. And also everybody will convince.
True.
But you get more understanding on what is going on.
Yes.
I mean, in the case of with that young man called and asked me to paint, and my answer to them is that an investigation is going on, and I can tell you post-mortem, and that will answer all the questions. If you answer it. So if things are done properly, we will get the answer.
Yes.
But
I await the answer as well.
I await the answers. That's why I await. But one thing for sure, and I want people to know, we have sharks in our waters. Things that we do affects them. And some of the things, when you hear people talking, remember, shark and dolphin, what do they eat every day? Fish.
Fish, yes.
And you hear our fishers complaining that, boy, they have to go further and further to get fish.
True.
So some of our practice, remember now, when they overfish, it not affect us alone, the predator too out there.
Affect the entire ecosystem.
Right. So the fewer fish, the shark will go for it.
And then got everybody hunting the same food source.
Yeah. And then one of the key things that people keep on forget, some of our activities, and I keep on saying improper disposal of waste. We'll attract them.
Yes.
And it can attract them directly and indirectly. Because, for example, if you throw something in the water and the other fish where it hunt attracted to it again come there.
Yes, and it's gonna follow because the food chain is being created.
Right. And we have a case where we love just throw things away in gully or in water and it disappear.
Yeah, I want you to go back to that because the next question I was going to ask you, and I want you to emphasize that we have about 5 minutes, but I want to bring this out. Like you don't have to live directly beside the sea to influence what goes into the water, the sea, because you're throwing it into the streams and the sinkholes and into the rivers that run past your house as well, and into the gullies that wash into the river and into the sea.
Right. Yeah. Well, I and it's something important because when I go beach cleanup or when I look in the gullies and they come out, everybody has a cuss the ghetto.
Yes.
But it's not the ghetto alone. Gully come way up from the hill, from the uptown. Garbage problem in Jamaica is everybody's problem.
It's everybody's
because
problem.
A guy tell me that when him throw out something out the window, I throw in the gully to give somebody a job.
Oh my goodness.
And I tell them that, and I couldn't believe that. And I said, well, the 2 jobs they're giving you, that might be the one you're affecting your life and it affect what happened in the water.
Yes. We behave like we live in this large garbage pan.
Yes. I mean, it's I know we're talking about the shark, but just
everything
I just want
links.
people on a foot of the shark. Everything connects.
Damien, you did say to me, at least once per quarter, we can come on and have these conversations. And I'm really going to make sure I start doing it because by the time you're quitting, the time finish and there's so much more to talk about. But, with time or not, but just in 1 minute, just give us a little wrap up.
Okay, so the part, yes, sharks are dangerous and I won't predict it. But some of the activities that we do, so if you're going to the beach and you see the fishermen are cutting gut, or people have the restaurant putting their waste in where you can swim, that's a no-no. Talk to them until that can work.
Create the awareness.
Next thing is, remind the fishermen and the divers, especially the young ones, don't go out there by yourself. Go out there with a friend. And there's precaution. Tie the string by your body. It might be harder, and people might laugh, but it might be your life.
Yes.
I mean, one attack could do it enough. And the next thing is, if you have questions to ask, you can reach out to this medium here.
Yes.
And you can find me on social media and Rooster World, nearly on all platforms.
Yes.
I'm happy to help. And I think having conversation like this will help people because, as you said before, when I heard it for number of people reach out to me and say, boy, them know I'm going to the sea no more. And after explaining to have the discussion, everything good.
Yes. So thank you, Damien, for coming on. I know you have been on the road as always, doing something.
Yeah.
And so I'm thanking you for joining us, and we will continue the conversation at some other time. Walk good, stay blessed.
And before you go, we've been getting text messages, persons have, finding this program quite interesting. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Rooster.
Yeah, man. I'm telling people them to believe, you can believe the scientists and the naturalists. We help out. We will answer a question and we help.
All right.
Thank you. You'll be bringing her back pretty soon. All right. Stay blessed and walk good. All right. All right. Okay. Damien, why? I think Brian told to pictures, send them to him because I send pictures to him all the time, asking him questions and getting the answers and then sharing the answers like me bright. And so, it's good to have him as our guest. For our listeners, I hope you learned a lot. You can send your questions to us here as well, and we will get them answered for you by him, and we'll bringing him back pretty soon on Healing Moments that we can talk. But you can find him as well on every social media platform. And if you check him out and you learn something new, you can send me a link as well that I can learn, and let's share the knowledge we have. You have been listening to Healing Moments on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. I am your host, Dr. Asha Muwendo. Sitting with me is Julia Benaya, and we are saying love you, walk, but stay blessed. Until next time.
Wednesdays